Hey everyone, it's Suey, and today I'm not doing a tag. Surprise, surprise. I'm doing a book review on this book that I just finished called All Better Now by Neal Shusterman, one of my favorite authors. I got this one last month at the conference where he came as a keynote speaker. So then I got it signed. He was an interesting book signer. He doesn't really engage with the people. But he was fun to listen to and talk to. And I took a little masterclass from him also. This was his latest book, published just in February. I'm going to do a little summary and a little bit of thoughts, and then I'm going to do more talking that might have some spoilers. So I'll let you know when I jump into that part, okay? The idea behind this book is what happens if there's a virus that's going around, like COVID, and everybody gets real sick, but when they recover, their psyche is kind of changed and they are like real content and really happy and nothing bothers them, and they have like massive empathy. They are seeing the little things and getting enjoyment out of the little things. They're observing nature like differently, and colors are better, and everything is just better and brighter and wonderful, which sounds amazing, right? And so some of the people in this book also feel like that's amazing, and they think that it's a good idea to spread the virus so that everyone can feel this amazing feeling. But then there's other people who feel like maybe we should find a vaccine for it, and maybe we shouldn't just willy-nilly spread it around unless people like kind of want to have this, you know? And so we have our two characters, and one of them is a super spreader. He gets it, but he never tests negative. He's always positive after that. And then the girl is immune and never gets it, and she has natural immunity and won't get it. And so that whole dichotomy between the two of them and in relationship to this virus is what makes this whole story crazy. That's kind of the summary. I mean, Neal Shusterman is an amazing writer, and he just has you on the edge of your seat all the time, and he jumps kind of all over the place, and there's little interludes of random people that later on have something to do with the story in a kind of a big way, but a small way, so they're not main characters, but you get their backstory for when they have little parts. And that's exactly how it was in Dry, if I remember right. That's another book by Neal Shusterman that I absolutely loved. Really thought-provoking book also. So yeah, I loved it. I will give it 5 stars. He's just so good and makes you think. These books aren't your fluffy YA romances like I usually read. There's a little romance in here, but they aren't fluffy. So let's do a spoiler warning here, and I'm going to talk about it in more detail in the plot. If you haven't read it yet and you don't want to know more, then stop right here. If you've read it, then please keep watching and let's discuss a little bit. So in this story, we have a lady also who's kind of a main character. She's really, really rich, and she gives up her entire estate to this girl who she has put through an application process, even though the girl didn't really know it. And she deems this girl worthy of inheriting all of her money, because she's worried that when she gets the virus, then she's going to give all of her stuff away, which is what's happened to other people. All the rich people, when they recover from the virus, they are giving all of their money away. And she doesn't want that to happen to her stuff. So she gets this girl and bequeaths everything to her. She gets the virus and then she recovers. And now she's happy. But now she's also like, dang, what did I do? I shouldn't have done that. I should be helping people with my stuff. But the girl is ruthless. This girl is crazy ruthless, even more crazy than this lady was before she got the virus. And the girl has decided that she does not want this happy virus to spread. She's going to use all of her money to make the vaccine. And the only way she can make the vaccine is if she has somebody who's immune to the virus, which is our other main girl. And so when she finds out that, then she ends up kidnapping our other main girl. And the girl and the boy have gotten together by this time, and the boy gets the virus. He wakes up, he's all happy now, but he doesn't ever test negative, so he is a super spreader, and he decides he wants to go and spread the virus around. And so he takes the girl, and they go on this road trip, and they start spreading the virus. And the girl's not so sure about this. She's kind of jealous because she wants to be happy and she wants to get the virus, And so she's kind of jealous that like everybody else is feeling all these great feelings and she's never going to be able to. But she doesn't think it's quite ethical to spread the virus around to people unless they want it. And so she kind of goes with him to kind of temper him down a little bit. And sometimes they like literally ask people, do you want it? And then they give it to them if they do. Sometimes they don't ask people. And anyway, and he's on the run because he ran away from his dad, who was another rich dude. And his dad's looking for him. And anyway, the dad and the other girl who has all the money, they end up combining forces to find the vaccine. But the dad just kind of wants to get his son back. So they're kind of on the run and running from all these people. So crazy. So then you kind of see both sides. This is what I wanted to get at. You kind of see both sides because you can see how people would want everyone to feel great. I mean, it takes away like depression and anxiety and, all the worries that we have in the world. It makes things better and everybody's just happy and friendly and like they're truly, like, that people aren't like faking it and, being two-faced or whatever. Like everybody's true emotions are coming out. And so it's kind of great. Communes are starting to happen. That's kind of one of the things that he suggests might start happening. Everybody kind of wants to live together and work together and help each other when they have these altruistic feelings. So it seems kind of great. And then you realize, though, then you can see the other side where the girl wants to eradicate it because it's not good if some people are this way and some people aren't this way. The people that aren't can take advantage of the people that are. And if they know, so like you're in a war with somebody, and if you know that your enemy is full of empathy and altruistic, then you can totally wipe them out. So it's not very, in that sense, it's not that great to have these feelings of not wanting to hurt anybody. You know what I mean? And so you kind of see that empathy is a good thing only to a certain degree. And I find it interesting because I feel like I've been hearing some stuff, people talking about empathy on the news lately as part of all the craziness. And it was the main theme of do androids dream of electric sheep? You can tell the difference between humans and androids because androids don't have empathy. So I kind of feel like I'm getting this theme in all these different areas lately. So it's made me think about it. Like empathy is a good thing, but it can go too far, right? So that's what this book really makes you think about, is that whole idea of, how much of this good thing is too much. And so, but our girl is ruthless. There's this lab that they've set up in the middle of a mountain on an island like by Norway where nobody can find them. And she starts testing things and she needs the girl's blood to make the vaccine. And then we end up finding out in the end, here's the big end reveal. If you haven't read it, this is a for sure stop here if you don't want to know what's really going on. But she ends up making another virus, and that virus makes people immune to the virus, the happy virus, but it's like way worse symptoms, and they really don't get better as far as we can tell at this point. They feel terrible, and they feel like way worse, like it is all the bad negative feelings. But she thinks that's fine as long as you don't have all the happy feelings. They tested a bunch of humans there, and so she's like the bad person of this whole story. There's this big huge showdown at that place at the end, and somebody got out of there with a little vial of that bad virus, and now they're spreading it. The lady that gave the money to the mean girl, she thinks she kills her at the end, but she doesn't really. And so it is left wide open for sequels, and I'm guessing it's a series. I was going to look it up on Goodreads to see if it deems it a series. I think it is, because wide open, people. Wide open for more. The bad virus is getting spread. It's getting spread. Our heroes end up injured from the explosion from the showdown, and our mean girl is not killed in the end. That's this crazy story. Here's end of spoilers. So I suggest if you're really into kind of like dystopian, it's like our world. It's not like a dystopian world, but it feels dystopian and very science fiction-y. If you're into that kind of thing and you do like to support YA books, but you're not into the fluffy stuff, this would be a good option. And all of his books are that way pretty much. So yeah, I really liked it, and I am giving it 5 stars just because it had me gripped the entire time, and because it makes you think, and it's just so good that way. When I had my little class with Neal Shusterman a couple months ago, he talks about how he wants to take something that's fairly normal in the world and just twist it a little bit. Just a little bit, a little thing that might happen that will change everything. And so in Dry, his twist is that what happens if you wake up one day and there's no water that comes out of the sink anymore? Then what happens? How does the world react? What happens if we get a virus like COVID, but the results are that everyone's happy? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? What would happen to the world? And he's got so many other books that have that same sort of vibe. It's crazy. Crazy stuff. So good though. Anyways, that's my review of this one. I wanted to do a long one, talk about a little bit more. I hope you enjoyed that. Until next time, happy reading. Bye.